Have you ever wondered how to tackle the project of selling your home in Austin and then buying one right after? Well, I'm Ryan Rodenbeck, broker of Spyglass Realty, and this is my associate Matt Edwards. And we're going to go over this topic today, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things in the real estate market in Austin. This is Matt Edwards, I'm Ryan Rodenbeck, and this is our show.
Why are we here today? Why are we doing these videos?
The reason we're doing this video is a common subject that we've come across in Austin is that we have very low inventory in Austin. People are very overwhelmed with the thought of buying a home when they have to sell their home first. So we wanted to line out a series of 4 videos to cover each particular step in the process. This first video is going to be determining the home that you want to buy, okay, and getting that process rolling. Before we begin, I just want to tell you that we have a lot of this lined out in a ebook guide, the 5 essential tips to sell your home for top dollar in Austin, and you can get that in the description box below. It'll guide you to our free ebook where you can get that. The very first thing you're going to want to do is, find out what type of property that you're going to want to buy. And the way that you do that is before you even begin starting to for your home search, you need to get pre-approved with a reputable lender.
Pre-approved with a lender.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have that done. Should they go ahead and then make a list of, say, 3 to 5 things that are must-haves?
If you're living in the home already, and that's what this is about, you're selling one home, buying another one, you kind of have an idea of what you're wanting to buy. But what I would recommend is, you want to target the areas you want to move in, and you want to do that by price, by square footage, your proximity to work, and get all that lined out.
You've sold a lot of homes, and you've helped clients buy a lot of homes. What are 2, maybe 3 of the key things that you've seen over and over again? One
of the biggest challenges that homeowners have that I found is they don't know if they're going to find a home that would theoretically work for them. So I've developed this exercise that I think is very helpful. And what you do with that, have your agent pull a list of homes that sold in the past 12 months, okay? Now, the reason you're doing this is that you are able to see that, if there's 20 homes that have sold in your criteria range, 5 of them may have been good candidates. That way, you're able to know that, look, last year, 20 homes were on the market, I would have bought 5 of them. If none of them work, well, then you might need to change your criteria.
And the agent will pull sales data from the previous 12 months to see if any homes that meet that criteria sold.
Yeah.
Because there is a chance that maybe homes in this particular area are at a higher price point than what they're qualified for, and then therefore would they then cross that area off?
They make adjustments, and I've done this several times in the past, but what you don't want to have happen is put your home in the market, get a contract, and not have a plan. Find out that what you're looking for doesn't exist, right? So you're going to go out there and you're going to do your homework based on active listings on the market, which is, if you're timing this the right way, then you're going to get prepared before the spring moving season. So what you're going to do with this exercise is that you're going to make sure that your criteria that it actually exists, and if it doesn't, then you need to modify it.
We've got our neighborhood. There's homes that have been sold in the past 12 months that meet the criteria.
Yeah.
What's the next step?
So the next step is your agent is going to put together an MLS Auto-Search. Okay? That's one of the things that they're going to do. They're going to show you what's on the market right now. Okay? They're going to also, what we do for our clients is we pull a list of coming soon properties from our network of other agents. We have Facebook groups that we belong to that source other properties, and then you're going to go onto a property tour. Okay. I want to be real clear about this, is that if you have to sell your home before you buy another home. This is just another exercise to making sure that you're crossing all the bases, right?
Okay.
You're gonna go out there and you've already done your homework to see that there's certain properties that probably would have worked out, but you wanna go look at 1 or 2 properties, maybe you're looking at more than that, but you wanna take one property tour, get to know your agent, get to know the process, and get to know the process of searching.
We've got the MLS search, so I'm getting emails every week. Should I favorite the homes that I like? And then if so, how does that help the agent?
Yeah, that's a great question because, favoriting the homes, sends a notification to the agent. In addition to that, it's always helpful when you're doing, continued correspondence with your agent, saying, I like this home because of the kitchen. I didn't like it because of the backyard, right? This is a process, and one thing I've found when people are looking for a new home, the process evolves. They may end up buying something that was slightly different than what they started out looking for.
During the property tour, what should the home buyer be looking for?
They're going to be looking for objections. They're going to be looking to see if their family fits there. They're going to be looking at the price. They're also going to be educating themselves on the market. How many days has this property been on market? If it goes on the first weekend, you need to be prepared so that when you sell your home, and let's say you found one that was perfect, right? And that property went on the very first weekend, and you have in your mind, this is the criteria that I can see myself and my family in. You want to be prepared, and you want to be able to know that, okay, if this comes around again once my property's under contract, you're going to pounce on it, and then that way you're communicating with your agent.
So the property tour, so in that kind of situation, the property tour would really kind of get the client in the right mindset, knowing that if another property like that came up in that area, it was most likely going to go quick, and they needed to be ready to pull the trigger, and they needed to have that proper mindset.
Absolutely. Yeah, and what I found before is the homeowner or the buyer that's buying the property doesn't really know the process unless you take the steps that we're laying out right now. If you don't know the steps, they're not going to know that this property that is a really hot property that they needed to really go out there with full force. And so what you're doing as a buyer is educating yourself on the market as well as figuring out what you really want in a property. This is the first video of 4. Tune in for the next video. We've got a link right up here, and there's also a link in the description box. And then the next video that we're going to is preparing your home for market, okay? We do a lot of work with selling homes for top dollar, and we're gonna go over some of our best tips for you to sell your home at top dollar.